time to get into the world of comic book movies, baby. And we're going to be talking about none other than DC, guys. DC didn't have a ton of huge announcements this year around, but they had some pretty cool, interesting stuff come up. So we definitely are going to get into it. And I'm very excited to get into another trailer reaction here, guys. And this one is going to be about probably the longest, the movie that's probably been in the development as a comic book movie, the longest, other than another Spawn remake or a Crow reboot. I would say it's going to be this movie right here, Black Adam, starring none other than Can You Smell What the Rock is Cooking?
That's going to be interesting.
Not a cat.
Here we are, guys. Here we are. Ooh. Damn. He got 300'd, bro.
Very nice.
Woo, that was sick. Damn, this thing looks action-packed. Hey, it's James Bond, baby. GoldenEye.
You believe you are not worthy.
Dr. Fate, man. Whoa, that look cool. Damn. The Atom.
You can be the destroyer.
Ooh, it's my main man, Hawkman.
Or you can be its savior.
Oh.
Or be the hero. Instead, they've got me.
Oh, yeah. I was like, give me some Hawkman footage.
I'm liking this so far.
Yeah, this trailer is much better than the last one.
Way better. Okay.
Because this is giving me a little bit more of kind of what I was hoping for.
I would agree with that.
You know, because I was a little scared they're going to turn him into I'm a good guy now. I'm like, maybe not.
They keep on that. They're keeping people questioning what role he's play. Which I'm
be a tweener, as they say in the wrestling world. Be a little bit of that heel, but maybe play into the good side every now and again when you don't have no other choice, you know?
Yes.
But I'm like, come on, man. Like, let him be a villain for this movie, man. Like, tease it. Let him give you that anti-hero. Maybe he helps them save somebody, or maybe he helps them a little bit. But I want him to stand alone as a villain a bit more. I want them to lean into the villains more because that's the most interesting stuff that DC has going for them, really. If you think about it, you know, like there's a lot of cool heroes to get into that we haven't discovered or gotten into with the films, but I think Black Adam and Joker and Harley Quinn, all these other characters, Lobo, we haven't seen that yet. I think the villains is where they need to lean into. That's the R-rated, more edgy content, even though this is PG-13, you know what I'm saying? The more edgy, violent, more on the towing the line content, the Suicide Squad. That's what DC can really play into. That's going to make them stand apart because that's what's really been working for them. That's made them stand apart from Phase 4 of MCU, you know?
I'm going to say this right now. So far from what DC has released, within throughout the duration of Phase 4 of Marvel, I've been liking DC a little bit more than Marvel.
Like, oh shit, man! Honestly, like. Okay, so Phase 4 started in 2021, right? Because of the pandemic delays and shit.
I would say 2021.
And then DC, we could go. Let's go. We're not going to talk about Justice Shit League. We're going to go from Aquaman, all right? So we're going to go from Aquaman late 2018 till now. So we got Aquaman, which I think is a win. It definitely is a win financially. It's a Billy. Come on now. But I actually really love Aquaman. I really dig that movie. What do you think about Aquaman? Where do you stand on that one?
Aquaman, it was okay for me. I would say Aquaman, it started step it up a little bit. And then as years went on, we started getting more of the newer movies coming out.
Yeah, like Shazam was really good. I really enjoyed that.
I was surprised. I actually enjoyed that one too. I was
okay. One I'll say is underrated, and I think almost better than all of these films. Almost for me, Birds of Prey. That movie's fucking underrated, bro.
Birds of Prey. That one.
Movie's underrated.
That one I can see.
I don't think it's excellent, but I think it's really good, and people don't give it the credit, man. I really don't.
I would say it was okay. I would say for that.
Yes, man.
It could be.
If they had a strong villain, dog, that would have been a 9 out of 10. I think people would trip it.
I think that's what's true. I think there was some of that, right? There was
yeah, the villains weren't the best. I like Zsasz, but I didn't like what they did with Ewan McGregor's version of Black Mask. It definitely was not the right characterization for him.
Yeah. It just wasn't well. I think with
If he plays something else more obscure, like a weirdo kind of character, you know what I'm saying? That could work. But for what he was playing, no, it did not work. If they wanted to make him his own Lex Luthor, that could have worked. You know, do the Jesse Eisenberg thing, or just get a different actor because they didn't like him. I don't know. But, or if he wanted to be the Riddler, go ahead, you know. Condiment Man, I don't know, Kite Man. But you're being too weird with Black Mask. He's supposed to be intimidating. He's a mob boss, bro.
Yeah, I think for me, when it really started picking up, I think when I seen the second movie of Suicide Squad, that's when I started joining it.
That movie is excelente. That is
That
the
one-
second best thing they've done in my mind.
Yeah, that's what brought me into it, and then I think
Fire.
Baker.
Yes, that's fire. Top shelf.
Seen the Batman too. The Batman people are saying like, "Oh, it's too long." I'm like, I don't mind it. Like that's something that
Bruh, a movie that good, I will sit around all goddamn day. That is one of the best Batman films ever, man.
it's
Come on, man.
The Christopher Nolan trilogy. Like it's up
Fuck
there.
yeah.
And it depends on how they play it out for the next few
Yeah.
movies.
Then it's going to be fooling in the conversation. But if they continue with the quality of this, hell yeah, matches and not surpasses. Hell yeah. We just need another couple movies to see. But if you're talking about this versus Batman Begins, this shit wins, bro.
Definitely does. And then
Oh shit, that rhymed. That's cool.
yeah, and then like seeing this trailer for Black Adam, I'm like, okay,
It looks cool, man. It looks a little better than what I was thinking at first.
Yeah, and I'm very interested in seeing what this movie is going to be. How it's going to be like.
How it's going to portray kind of Black Adam and kind of bring his story into the mix. And then you kind of see how he's mixing it with the JSA. Like there's something going on they want him to help with, but he's like, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm on my own shit. So it seems like we kind of know the conflict kind of there. We just don't really know the setup, how we get to that point and what the real villain threat is going to be of the movie, you know, so to speak. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But The Rock looks great as Black Adam, like I expected. A few comic inaccuracies, but I don't really give a shit. I'm cool with it. And he looks cool in the role, man. He definitely sells being a badass you don't want to fuck with. So I think that's cool. And I'm really digging the effects for the most part. I think Adam looks great. I think Dr. Fate looks really awesome. Some Doctor Strange reminiscent stuff, but not too bad. They're very similar anyways. But Dr. Fate is first. So you got to give credit where it's due. And I really love the Aquaman. Oh my gosh. The Hawkman footage we got in this and everything we've seen so far. With one of my favorite up-and-coming actors working today, Aldous Hodge. Really, really underrated talent. Y'all should check him out in the show Leverage if you haven't seen that. One of the best cable network shows that's been out in the last 20 years. Love that series. Very fun stuff. He was also in the remake of Invisible Man from A24, which that was also a very excellent film. So y'all need to definitely check him out for sure. But I really dug this trailer. I'm actually a bit more excited for this now. I was kind of more like, on it at first. Now I'm more like, all right, cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this movie now.
This